What's up, guys? It's Dino here. Welcome back to BlockHeart. Today we're doing an awesome project I've wanted to do for quite some time. We are going to be building a train network here at spawn with train stations, and I just cannot wait. I'm going to do one line. It's going to be underground trains to get people around the spawn area. But before we can do that, we have a little bit of housekeeping that we need to do. So we've got a load of stuff here from all of my drop chests all over spawn, and they've had to be moved so that we can build the train stations. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab these shulker boxes full of stuff, and thank you very much, by the way, Milk, for helping collect all of that stuff and moving it over to my base. And if you remember last episode, we built let's get rid of that. We've been doing some track testing. Last episode, we built a automatic sorting system, a chest room. It took absolutely forever, but I got the bulk of it done how I wanted to get it done, and this episode it is completely finished. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be gathering up a lot of our loose items quickly before we start on the big train project, which is the main bit of this episode, and we are going to filter through a lot of our items into the sorting system, and that will just help us get organised. It'll get rid of all of the millions of shulker boxes everywhere, and that's what we're going to do. And I think I've gathered up pretty much all of them. I've already done some sorting, but this is going to be like the big final push to get my chest room nice and tidy, and then get lots of items downstairs ready for the next few big projects. So we're going to do that in a second, but first and foremost, what we're going to do, which we haven't done in a while, is check our shops. So let's head over to the shopping district and see if we've made any significant sales. Right, here we are at the rocket shop, or rockets as I've named it, and we haven't been here in a while, so I suspect, yeah, we're nearly out of rockets for sale, but we did make 8 diamonds from that one, and wow, we actually really do need to restock. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stock some of my private stock here, and then we're going to have to do an AFK session over at my gunpowder farm pretty soon, so let's just keep a couple there. Okay, so we've got enough to kind of keep people going a little bit. Whenever I run out, they do message me and tell me that I need to hurry up and restock. But anyway, next we need to head over to the Golden Carrot restaurant. Here we are at Golden Carrots, Spawnton. Let's... Oh no! My concierge is gone! Oh, he must have been zombified and then killed somehow? That's not great. Anyway, we have... Oh, wow. Okay, we really need to restock in here. Okay. That's good news. That was 16 diamonds in there. And only 1 stack of golden carrots left for sale. So we do have to go and restock them pretty soon. But I'm pretty happy with that haul. Good stuff. I just realised that that's all I sell is rockets and golden carrots. I might have to open another shop pretty soon. Come on, make it... Ah! 8 out of 10 times I make that. Fly straight through the hole. I shouldn't do that. I should make an easier way to get in. But anyway, so as you know from the last episode, my sorting system, I can put stuff in this chest or in this shulker here. In fact, that's one that I just put in there. So what I'm going to do is break that, and that will end up down in the final chest, in the non-sorting chest. And then we've got one there. So what we need to do is collect up all the shulkers, which I've done from down there. And to be honest with you, we'll just start off with this lot here. We've got quite a lot of our inventory too, and I'll just show you how I do that. Because of having to keep chunks loaded, I have to stay in the area while this sorts, or it breaks, which is really annoying. So let's start here. This is where I put my shulkers, and I just plonk them on top of the hoppers, like so. And this will sort all the items down into my sorting system. So let's put all of these and make sure they're all filled up. A few more. Okay, there we go. In fact, we've got a couple more spaces down here. It's okay to do that. And now we go down. It takes 3.5 minutes for non-sortable items to get to the very end of the system. So everything should kind of be flowing quite nicely. I don't know what the first things that were going to go down were, but overflow that doesn't get sorted goes into this chest here. Oh, that was full. This chest here, and here are our shulker boxes. We should be getting that blue one very soon, and that's how to check. So I'm just going to go AFK here until they're sorted, and then we can go and start the trains. Okay, so our items have all filtered through from that first batch. I'm going to carry on doing batches and just get everything into the auto sorter. I'm pretty happy. We're getting a lot of empty shulkers and I'm putting them in this chest at the end here. But yeah, the chest room and the auto sorter are going super well. Love it. I love this build. It's so good. It's making my life so much easier. Let's get on and start building this train line. So the first thing we need to do is go and clear out a tunnel for the first line. So let's head over to spawn. And I'm going to get a few of my friends, Brennan and Milk, are going to help me clear out and start building the lines. Okay, now that the tunnels are dug, we're going to need some materials that we don't have a lot of in stock, like end rods and things like that. So we need to go to the end, get some purple, get some blaze rods and a few other materials. So let's go do all of that now and get on with this build. Let's do it. So we need, I need a lot of chorus for the end rods. So I'll grab as much of that as I can. And then we need to go find Milk's blaze spawner. Right, I found it. It's time to farm some blazes. How good is this thing? Oh, there's a lot of blazes in here already, but I might just know. Right, so this is the design. It's chiseled stone with stone brick walls in front, and these cross sections, it's going to be the same all the way to the end of this tunnel, except for where the stations are. But what we're going to do is we're going to build it, and then we'll carve out the stations afterwards. I think that's easier.
Sounds good to me, bud.
Good stuff. All right, let's get going. Okay, so we've done the first tunnel. So we've got a little bit of decorating ideas to do here. I'm going to do that next. That just goes into the spawn building there. But we've got the areas here. First station there in the shopping district. Second one in the shopping district. And then right at the end is the final one at the end of the shopping district. And that's going to be here. You can get up that way. So we've now got to build the actual stations which go near these. And platforms here as well. I've got some design ideas for the stations, but first what we need to do is collect the materials, and we're going to need a few obscure ones. So let's go mining. We've got to find some amethyst blocks, and we need to get some purple from the end as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's head to the end first, I think, and we'll get this purple. So these things are designs I've done for the roof. I'm going to maybe leave it to a poll once it's done, if people actually like it or not. I love it. I think it's a good design, and it's different and unique as well. So we're pretty close to the end, actually. I love these nether hubs. Once we've done with the train tracks that we're working on at spawn, I am thinking of maybe doing a nether rail type thing too for bigger distances, but we'll see how people feel about that. Also, something really weird has happened in our end. All of these have appeared around the edges. I don't know if this is a new thing. And our original one's gone. So, yeah. I am confused about that. It's strange. I don't know if they go to different places either, or if they all go to the same place. So, anyway. We're going to actually just try and fly into one. Oh, no! Let's try that again. Come on. Ugh, it worked! See, whoa! Okay, it's definitely a different one. What the hell? Wait, has someone been... Yeah, someone's been here before. That looks like... Yeah, someone's been here before. But it doesn't matter, because we're here to steal purple. And maybe get a few shulkers as well. Oh. There we go. Oh, no, they fell. Let's try and intercept them. There they are. I'll have those. Oh, we also got a shulker head. That's pretty good. Right, let's get to work. We just need tons of... We don't actually need that much purple, but we're going to get some for reserve anyway, because we're going to be doing other builds. So yeah, let's get a bunch of this stuff. And then we need to find some caves with some amethyst geodes, and we'll also mine those up. I don't know where I'm going to look for a cave now that we've finished up in the end. I got a few purple, but it's very annoying mining it. What I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to go down into the caves directly on the spawn. Because I'm pretty sure we haven't actually explored them that much. And there must be... I mean, we have. We've completely explored them. Sorry, that's not what I meant. I don't think people have taken much notice of the geodes. There's one right there. In fact, I remember doing this before for something. For calcite, maybe? Or for these things. So let's just strip this place of all of its amethyst, and then we will continue. Do we need to use silk touch on these? Because we're going to need a few of these as well. This is a silk touch shovel. Yep, perfect. Let's grab a few of these. They're actually producing the light in here, I think, so we need to be careful of lighting. And then we will strip it of all of its amethyst and go find another one. I'm pretty sure there'll be more in these caves. I'll just follow them around. Sweet. Let's go. Right, I've done it. I've left the little, I've actually missed one. I've left the things that sprout these guys because I need more of them. And actually, because we're pretty much below spawn, I might try and make a direct path from here up to my base so that I can farm these things. I'll figure out how to do that. We know where this is though. I just flew down. That guy just died. I'll have those. Thank you very much. Oh, I've also dropped... How did I drop some? That's weird. So yeah, I'll be coming back here and I'll make a path up to the base. But for now, let's see if these caves have any more little geode secrets. Oh my god, there's a dungeon here. I wonder if anybody's been here before. There's a music disc in here. Okay, I'm going to leave this for now, but we'll be back. Someone must have been here before. There's a torch there. Maybe it was me and I was doing the same thing I'm doing now, waiting for the music disc episode. Anyway, let's find another geode. Right, I couldn't find any more geodes, but that's okay. I think we have enough. We have like 3 stacks of amethyst, so we could get to work right here with the first station. This is going to be Metro Station 1. It's just above this section here, just after the water. And I think I'm going to build the stations at top first, because I don't know how the platforms, where exactly the platform will be. That depends on where the staircase can go. We've got a lot of like little project chests here full of goodies to help us as well. And I've got the basic design. Now I just need to sort out these items and get building. I think for the first one, we'll do a bit of the building on cam, but then we'll time-lapse the next the next two. They're all slightly different designs because I wanted them to be unique as well. But yeah, let's store some of our stuff and get build ready. Just a couple more things we need before we start. We are going to need resin from the resin heaven. I think it is a diamond per stack. Oh, I didn't bring any diamonds. Is there no box in here? Where's the nearest milk bank? I guess there's this. It's not really a milk bank, but let's get some diamonds. Right, resin heaven. Let's say we need, let's just take 2 of these just to be safe. And then if we go over to the terracotta shop, it is 1 stack of terracotta for a diamond. And we're just going to need some yellow. So let's just take a couple of those for now. And we're going to need blue, which is this one. Oh, let's just take 2 stacks of that as well. Oh no, I've exposed his secrets. Oh, I think I have to use a piston to get that back in place. Brennan, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'll fix that in a little bit. If I forget, Discord me. I'm sorry, bud. Right, okay. We've done our shopping. I need to remove this beacon as well soon. That's mine. We've done our shopping over here in the north section. Now we're going to head back over to the original one. Soon I'll be using trains to get around. Just for the novelty. I don't have to because I've got rockets. But anyway, we're pretty much ready now. I've got a bunch of andesite ready, so let's go build this station. Okay, so the first station just here. We're going to need to make a bit more space because it's not wide enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to have to go up to about here. Simple gave me permission a while ago to make alterations if I need to for builds. So I am going to be removing these. It should be fine because there's fire under them. I won't get attacked. So let's do that. I always forget it's hollow under here. So when we're doing this, we need to be mindful of that. So 10 wide, and we're going to put the build maybe one block closer to the road so that we've got more space behind. I think that's smart. So design is pretty basic. We're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to be going up 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we are we're close. We're really close to the tree. I hope Simple's okay with this. We're going to build it and just see what it looks like. And if it's too close, then we will make some alterations. 1 there. And then we actually just need to get around there. Let's just use these for now for scaffolding. And then that goes there. 1, 2, 3. That's actually quite helpful. 4. And then we'll go around the other side and do the same. Oh, God! Is that too close to the tree? God, it's touching the tree. The tree can hang over a building. Why not? We'll see what it looks like. Maybe we'll get Simple on as well, see what she thinks. And if not, we can move it over 1 or make it smaller. Front, so it goes up like this. Like that on either side. That's fine. It's fine. I don't know what I'm worrying about. It's all good. Let's just fill in these gaps as well. Cool. So that's the front face. Is it right? It's right. And then... So the door is going to be here. It's going to be like a 3 wide door. In fact, it's an even sized build. So it's going to be a 4 wide door. And that 2 is fine. We like that. And then we're going to go up to the 9 line and go across and make like a border here. So it's actually here. And then it's pretty simple design all the way around. We're just using andesite all the way around. Alright, we've got some scaffolding. That should help speed this up a little bit. So let's jump up here. This line actually needs to go on the 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put that block there and we'll come across. And then that will be a good placeholder for the rest of the front face here. Cool. And then we're just going to use walls as a border all across here. Except for there, actually, what we're going to do there is we're going to have stone brick walls. And on the intersecting block here, I think we're going to do this chiseled stone. I really love this stuff. I started using it a lot more. Let's put it there. 1, 2, 1 there. 1 there. And then again, 1 here. And that will just break it up and add a bit of a pattern. We've used a lot of stone brick down in the actual railways underneath, so I thought we'd keep that up and keep a bit of a theme. I like that. That looks pretty cool. And then to fill in the gaps, for now, I'm actually just going to use andesite. And then we'll see later on if it needs something else. But I had this idea that it would be... Oh, God! It would stay a little bit grey and stony. Because that just kind of gives it a bit of a gothy... Where did I just fall? Let's block that up. That's annoying as hell. More of a bit of a gothy kind of feel to it, and then we'll just line this again with more andesite block. And then up there we're going to do a similar thing with these walls. We're going to border it, but then I've got another really cool idea which I think will work nicely and add quite a lot to this. So let's just scaffold up. I'm still not very good at scaffolding, but I'm getting there. I'm trying. So we'll go up 1, 2, and then we'll just keep within the actual pattern of the thing, and then let's put a block there. That needs a block there. Up, and this is where we run into a bit of trouble with the tree, but we'll just keep going with the walls. So place. Sorry if you could hear background noise. It's super loud where I live all the time because I live in a city centre. a busy one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we keep the gothy kind of feel that I've got in this area going by putting candles on there, and it looks like little spikes. So I love that. That looks really cool. And we'll do the same on these actually. Why not? These are walls, and these always look good on walls. So let's go up here. We'll just do that. Cool. And then here, we're going to have a coloured wall here with the logo for the trains on. I've made like a Metro logo, which I think is really cool. And then just behind it, we'll have in here, just for example. In fact, this isn't going to be an example. This is real. We're going to have the colours behind the logo of the lines. So here, there's going to be 2 different train lines at this station. A yellow line and a blue line. And the yellow line is a big ring that goes around, and the blue line is this one that just goes straight through the shopping district. So behind we'll have yellow here. I think I'm doing this right. Pretty sure I'm doing this right, and it will be 4 tall. So 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And then we'll just fill in the rest like this. I've put this stone brick rim that goes all the way around. I'm not going to do those chiseled stone brick things all the way around though. We're just going to have walls, candles on top. We've got the other arch there, and this, we're going to expand this coloured area for the logo. I did that too small, so let's add another line there. We'll do the same on the other side. How do I get around there without jumping down? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be 4 high though. So let's put our blue terracotta that we bought off Brennan in here, and then that's ready for a logo to go on it. That's a perfect size now, much bigger, much better. And then we could start on the roof. We actually have got more candles to place just here. I made a bunch of these. We've got so much honey, and there's the string farm, the spider farm not far from here. So we've got endless amounts of candles, which is great. Right, the roof. This is the really interesting bit that I've been playing around with designs for. I want it to be unique, so it is different. I don't know how people are going to feel about this. So, we started off with purple, clearly. And then we're going to do more purple, but in stair form. I hope this is right. Okay, and then even more purple, but not too high, because actually the substance of this roof should be the amethyst we collected. So the purple is just like, I guess, an establishing block. Is that a thing? But actually we should do a bit more, I reckon, like that. And then we can go... See, I don't want it to go in there. Maybe this should also be a stair block. But anyway, we're going to go in one more here. Like that. So that can just be single purple. And then we'll have purple there. And then the purple on this side can just end. That's fine. And then we'll do that. And then we'll have a piece of purple there. And then it will just override, and then the rest of the roof is just amethyst. There we go. So we'll do that on both sides and see how that looks. I think in the middle we can go all the way to the top. It doesn't matter that it's kind of at the same level as the andesite. So let's do that on both sides and see how this looks. Okay, it's quite hard to tell what it actually looks like. Let's try and get a bit of a vantage point. There we go. I quite like it. It's different, and I've always wanted to use purple in builds. So, purple roof, I'm all for it. We're going to keep it. Let's have a look at what it looks like from the inside, because this will be open too. I don't mind it. People are going to say it's messy. I like it. It's different. I like to use different things. We've been playing this game so long, we need to start mixing it up and doing things. But anyway, let's get rid of this. I've decided I hate this. So, this little arch is stupid. Let's get rid. Maybe let's do stripes. So we've got, around here we've done a pattern like that. So actually let's continue that. And then I thought maybe we just need a bit of calming smooth stone somewhere in this. That looks fine, but it looks weird that it doesn't go to the ends. So yeah, let's do that. That's fine too. And then the final ingredient here is obviously we need a floor, but we're going to need to engineer a way down. We also need to do this on there. Let's do that actually. But we're going to need to engineer a way down to the platforms. The actual platforms are like here. So we're going to have, there's two different platforms this goes to, a yellow and a blue. So I think I'm just going to do an elevator system that goes down and across, and then maybe a manual little staircase type thing. But we'll figure that out in a minute. We don't need this sign telling us what we're building anymore. Let's get rid of this and put a floor in. Just a simple purple floor for now. We're obviously going to be punching holes into it to get down to the platforms. But okay, we're ready to do the logo on the front. So I'm keeping it very simple here. It's a metro system, so the logo is just going to be a big orange M. We're not going to start it at the edges. We're starting it one in the middle so that we've got a border. One there. One there. And then for now we'll do these corners, but I have a second design I'm going to try if this doesn't look too good, where we'll just replace those with stairs. Anyway, we'll put walls there, and then the inside of the M, or the curved bit of the M, will be a block here, like that, and then we'll go around here and do the same. Alright, let's knock the scaffolding off and have a look. M for Metro. It's a little bit difficult to see from down here, but that's just because it's close up. I like it. Let's go in the park and have a look. I like it. I love it. It's good. I like it. Yellow because there's a yellow line platform, and blue because there's a blue line platform. So some of them will just have purple. Some will just have yellow, depending on where they are and what line they're on. I think it's a pretty good system. It's all RP anyway. People just fly around with the nitrous. No one's going to use this, except for me. I'm going to use it for sure. Let's just have a quick look and see what it looks like with stairs here instead of slabs. Let's land on this bush. Oh, I think that looks better. That looks better. You can't see the border above it, which is slightly worse, but let's keep that. That looks cool. Okay, fine. And then I guess we'll do it on the other side too. Doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, so the doors for this are just going to be a simple open glass door like this. That's fine. And then I don't know why I'm just going to stick with the purple theme for most of this train idea. There's not going to be a back door either for this station, just because it backs out onto the water there. So there's nothing, I'm not going to add a road back there at any time. Purple, and then obviously the next stage is taking it down to the platform, and then we're going to build the first platform. We're only doing yellow, no, what's first? We're only doing blue line, which is this line, in this episode, the 4 stations or whatever they are. So anyway, this is it. We've pretty much built the first station, and I'm really happy with it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's just fly up and have a look at the roof again. It tucks nicely under the tree. I don't think it's too imposing. We'll have to see what Simple says. If Simple's okay with this, I'm tearing it down. So, a lot of work for nothing, but we'll just have to do a smaller design. I really like it. I don't know. We'll see what other people think. I usually like my builds. Right. Let's make a way down. First of all, we've got this staircase, which is just completely unfit for purpose. Okay, so we decided to go with the back wall up there, so all of the entrances are at the back. You drop down here. We'll have to build the elevator, so I need to go get some kelp. And then this tunnel leads you over to the platform. I think that's fine, except for I'm starting to think that the platform's not long enough, and that's at one side. So we might, I say we might, we're definitely going to extend this by one little section here. So these will be replaced. We're going to have to push all this back, so we need to remove the platform. And the actual design is going to be, the tracks are going to come down. So we need some tracks. I think they're all in, we'll just use normal tracks for now, just to mark it out. So let's get our axe back. We're going back to about here. And then the rail will go down. So we're going to need to replace these with composters. Have we got any? We've got a few that we just destroyed. And it will be the same over here. So it will go across one and then down like that. So the track will come down like this. And then here will be the platform. For now, we'll just do the same. We'll do andesite, but I've got a couple of ideas. And then the actual design, so we'll go back 3. So once these are removed, let's just quickly do that now. It doesn't take long. Alright, I fixed it a little bit here, the track situation, and I placed down the campfires. We just need to make sure that they're all put out. Oh god, I've fallen into one of the composters. This is one of the issues with this. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm actually... This hasn't happened before. What the hell? Oh, I'm stuck because I placed the end rod above my head. What the hell? That's unfortunate. Can I... Yeah, I can just mine it. There we go. What happened there? I've never seen that before. Because I was spam clicking the water, I think. Okay. And the idea is that these will be powered rails here. We have some. So people come down here and they place their minecart on one of these powered rails that will be unpowered by default. And then they press a button or something. Come on. That's so annoying. And then I'll press a button. I'm British. I'm one of only, I think, 3 or 4 Brits on BlockHeart. So we're going to be powering from the left and we'll be using the left-hand rail to move. So this one would be the powered one on this side. And that's all good and dandy. We'll have to find a way of powering that. And then the platform will be here. It will be 1, 2, and then 3 back. So we've got a bit of space here. So 1, 2, 3. And then this block back here will be the wall. And because we are in the blue line, we are just going to be using blue terracotta. Brennan's going to make a lot of money off us on this project. So it will be blue terracotta. And we decided that we want it to be 1, 2, 3. I think we don't want it to be too tall because we still want it to have that subway feel. But I also want to be able to do enough things on the walls, like make a bit of art and stuff like that. Look at that. That's cool. There's nothing else like that in the game, really. So let's replace that. We'll do the rest of the blue walls around and push these sections out. And then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, we've done a lot of work now. I've done the elevators. And this is how it will work at all the stations, I think. I haven't done the yellow line yet because we're not starting that until we finish the blue line. And then we have the actual platform itself. I still got to work out how these will turn on, but these are just details. And then I wanted to have like a stand behind the line type thing, so I did 2. I don't know which one I prefer. Maybe it should just be yellow. Let's try that. I'm not sure. I want it to have texture. Maybe we'll mix different kinds of yellow. Maybe we could have yellow concrete powder. I've still got some somewhere, so we'll try that as well. But this is basically it. This is what the stations, the platforms will look like. Oh, we've actually still got something to do in here. We've still got to make our... We're going to have like a sign at the top that tells you where you are. And then we'll have a logo over there and a bit more signage. So let's just quickly do that. We're going to need chains. We've got the iron for that. I'm having a bit of an inventory nightmare doing all of this. Maybe we'll just have frog lights all across like that. Maybe, that looks good. And then we'll use our bamboo trapdoors. Make this longer and have another hanging sign here. So that would be for when you arrive from that side. And then we'll do the same over here. Something like this. I'll play around with this, but this is the kind of idea that I have. It's longer and taller, this room, than I thought it would be. Maybe. I'll play around with that. But that's basically what we're going to have. Something like that. And then we'll have the information there. And the outside, I love it. We're going to keep a similar theme for the rest of these. Let's get down and dirty. Let's build the rest of these. The next one is just up there. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm really happy with this. I was a bit unsure about it halfway through, but the roof, let's have a little fly up here. The roof is out there, it's very different, but I kind of like it. I've always wanted to use amethyst and purple a bit more, so putting it to work in these designs. I like that it's a dome. I really love these stairs and candles that I've got there that gives it a point, just like the spawn building actually. It gives it a bit more depth, and then we've got this amethyst bud star thing on top, which I also like. I don't know what it's meant to be, but it adds a bit of decorative detail. And yeah, it's a lot like the spawn dome over here. The spawn dome is much bigger, of course, and it's the colors are a bit tighter and make a bit more sense. Someone's lit all the candles. What the hell? Someone's lit all the candles on the roof. I bet that was milk. Right. But yeah, so that's the second metro station done. So we got one. We got this first one here. We got that one, and then we just need one over here. And then we'll connect them up and do the platforms and stuff like that. So this one, I've done a little square just to show where it is, but it can be bigger or smaller. Because we're on the edge of town and it's the final one. This one's actually a double one as well. It's 2 lines. So the line that goes, the big circle that goes around, it comes around here and then goes over to the stadium and to my area. That line also comes through here. Doesn't necessarily mean the station has to be bigger. But we'll just take that into consideration. And then once that's done, the final part of this line and this episode will be the spawn station, the first one you come to when you spawn into the world, or when you type /spawn and end up here. It's currently flooded. Here it is. So we're going to need to clear all of this water out and then build the platforms. And of course, it goes back down into the tunnels down here. It's coming along and we're getting there, and I'm pretty happy with the way they're looking. So let's get back over here and let's build this final station building. Let's go. It's raining again, but here we are. We've just... Actually, I think the sun's going now. I might be able to sleep in a second. But I've done the final one. Look, it's not as impressive as the last one we did, but they don't all need to be. Metro stations often don't look great anyway. They usually just plonked between buildings. And it's just a way of getting down into the underground. So it's got the exact same colour scheme. We've got the M logo on there, much smaller one, but I managed to make it work. And then obviously yellow and blue checkers, because it is both lines, the yellow and blue, or yellow and purple. That's the inside of it there. And then in here, it's going to be a really simple elevator down. I've just done a little rim there, but we're going to do half slabs in here as well. And we'll do a little pattern. And the final thing that we need to do now is we need to go and clear out all the water in the spawn station. These ones, I'm going to do these off cam and I will show them at the end. The insides of here and the platform down below is almost ready as well. So what we need, we've only got 1 rocket left. I should have a box full of rockets here. Okay, so what we're going to need is, we're going to need sponges. So we can get those from Phoenix's Prismarine shop. Here we are. This thing is great. And he's got sponges here, and it's a rental system. So to rent them, it's 1 diamond. You get 8 sponges for a diamond. When you're done with the project, please return them dried. If you have any questions, Discord me. Okay, so 8 sponges per diamond. I'm going to take 3 lots, 3 diamonds, and then we will return them dried. So, oh my god, that was lucky. I did not plan that. So let's do that. So we go down, and it's this area here that we need to clear. So we're going to need a furnace in here just to keep drying the sponges. I think it's completely sealed, but I'm going to have a quick swim around the edges just to make sure. Let's get rid of all the water. So it's going to be a pretty simple process. We're just going to place these strategically around. And I don't know what the best way of doing it is in terms of getting rid of the most amount of water. So I guess let's just start at the edges. Is that a good idea? No, that was terrible because the water has just filled itself back in. So maybe we need to make little chambers, little pockets, and separate all of the water. So, yeah, let's do that. Let me go get some blocks, and then we'll make little chambers. I'll quickly look up how much radius sponges actually do clear out the water, and then we'll do that. Let's go get some blocks. All right, here we are again. Let's just get our blocks. So we're going to use netherrack. That's always the easiest block to use for this sort of thing because I have tons of it. And it's easy to break at the end. And I'm just going to split this room into little squares. So we'll start like here. Is this my parrot? Where did it come from? Oh no, it's from my main hall. I wanted him to stay in there. Okay, we'll have to get him home soon. Yeah, this is fine. Let's just split this room up and then we'll start filling in the sponges. I've decided I want to just rent out all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 more diamonds. Just because it will make it a bit easier. So, 64 sponges. Let's just find one of the smaller ones just to test that this actually is going to work. So what we want to do, I think, is doing it from the bottom would be silly. So we'll do it from the top. So there we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try that. That didn't work as well. Oh yeah, this is perfect. This is what we want. Get out of here, water. And then one up here. We've just got a single block there. We don't want to waste any of it. So let's get our netherrack out. And I think that's just a source block there. Cool. And then that was really easy and simple. So that's one section. And I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that probably wasn't the most efficient way of using them. So let's get back up. I won't reclaim the sponges just yet. I do want to see where they are though. So yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sponges in that one area there. Let's carry on. And this shouldn't take too long. I feel like I am going to have to cook the sponges at least once because some of these are a lot deeper. Like this one's quite deep here. But I'm feeling good about this. This looks like it's... Oh, that didn't work. That filled it back in more than it was before. Okay. We have to be careful we don't do that because that's super annoying. Yeah, this is working. Not as well, but it's working. Ooh. We are going to have to do that sometimes, I feel like. Okay. Cool. Let's get this done. Okay, that was actually quite fun. I've never really worked for sponges before. All the segments, apart from the one that actually goes out into the tunnel, are done. So let's just quickly do that one. I kind of think I got the hang of this. You have to be quite quick because the filling up water can create more water block sources. That's how you make an infinite water source. Like that. I just did it again. But yeah, it's quite fun. It's quite a good way of doing it. Phoenix has created a great little service there, renting out sponges. I think that's a cool way of doing it. And I've got them constantly cooking up there. So now I've just got to make sure I've got all of them back so I can cook them up and give them back to the rental shop. So the next step is knocking down these walls and seeing what space we've got to work with. The station doesn't have to be too big, and I might even put a ceiling on it. But getting rid of all the water is really going to help us to see what space we've got that we're working with. So it's just literally as simple as mining them out. This is why I use netherrack. I haven't got a beacon set up near here, so this is probably the quickest way of doing this. Okay, so we've cleared out that space. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just planning. I think this is a good place to have this go down. And then we can have like a Metro logo on this. How would that work? Because I always have the half slab at the top. Let's just quickly... It's all getting a bit messy over here. But things have got to get messier before they get unmessier. Things got to get messier until they get better, I guess. So... Should we have a small Metro logo, like on the other side, or one of these big ones? Let's just put a small one in and see if it looks silly or not. So we just need to put one of those there, and then I guess we can... okay. Who's put one of those things in the spawn pool? That feels wrong. That's cool. I like that. We'll keep that for now. Maybe we could have one of the bigger ones there. But for now, that's fine. People spawn in, they see the Metro logo, and it's the blue line. So we've got a blue thingy, perimeter, and then we'll have a down and up chute. I'm going to have to build the elevators that go straight down into the circle here that we've cleared out. And then what we need to do is bring the tracks into the station. And then we have to decide how we're going to decorate it. So we have got a... stone cutter here, so let's just bring let's just make a bunch of andesite half slabs and we'll bring them in. Just gonna start by circling the room. I think we can bring it in one. Is it quite big, or should we keep it to where let's keep it to where the andesite is. So we're just gonna replace the bottom blocks. That's not right. We're not using half slabs anymore, which is a bit of a problem. Sorry if you can hear police sirens. This city is nuts. It's just always happening. Let's put composters at this level here. So we've done the composters, and then above that it will be blue. I've had a think about the floor, so we're going to have a go at that as well, but just after we put in our blue. And lighting as well in here. We need to think about lighting. And then a ceiling block, and I think I'm going to keep the ceiling... the same. It's going to be compost. I bought some more wood off Simple, but I'm going to have to go buy more again because compost is so expensive. So let's get rid of all of these campfires, or put them out, sorry. Cool, and then it's just a case of putting our blue terracotta on top of the composters, all the way around. There's something really therapeutic about putting in a compost roof from the top. I don't know. It looks cool. I like it. I wish there was something else you could do with them. Like put something in them, like different stuff, and not just mulch, basically. That would look pretty cool. But yeah, I like it. I've used these a lot in this build. They are super expensive though. I've just had to buy yet more wood off Simple in the wood shop, but it's worth it because the underside looks so cool. It's so underrated. You don't see it much used in builds, at least not on our servers. So I'm glad I've got this design I like. We should have now a nice big wide. Yeah, I like it. Cool. And then we just have to decide on what we're doing out here. Well, the Metro blue line is now done. This episode is coming up to like an hour now. So I decided we wouldn't show me building all of that platform we were just doing, but I got there in the end. So let's do a quick tour of the lines and the stations. So we'll actually ride the rail down here, and to help me do that, let's get Brennan back on, and Brennan can ride it with me, and I'll give him a little tour. So yeah, enjoy the little tour and ride of the minecart metro here on the BlockHeart. Alright, we're going to take a ride on the metro.
Choo choo.
Choo choo indeed. Take your minecart. This is the first station here at the spawn building.
Sweet.
And then you just use the left hand rail, whichever direction you're going.
If I go on this one?
You can't. It's set up so that you can only travel one direction.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Off you go.
Send me on my way. Oh, I got to do it. Here we go.
Meet you at the park.
This one here's the park then?
Yep, so this one is Spawn Park.
Spawn Park.
Oh.
I guess that works.
That works, yeah. It took me a while
Cool.
to set that up so it stops at the right place. So this is the first station. Sorry, the second station, if you include Spawn. Should we go to the next one?
Yeah.
What do you think of the branding? The big orange M.
I like it. It's neat. I've actually never seen like 3D lettering like that in a server yet.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to mess around with like signs and stuff like that, so I thought that was the next best thing. Right, so this one is terracotta. There's two ways up. We'll go up the elevator and then we'll come back down the stairs when we come back down.
I haven't seen the stairs yet.
Let's go. So obviously this goes quite close to your terracotta shop. Do the big chandelier at the top. I love that thing.
Oh, that's nice.
And then we got these, like, I guess they're supposed to be like ads, like commercial billboards and stuff. And then the outside, this is my favorite one, especially from the outside.
Oh yeah, this is cool. I like this.
I finally managed to get Purple to work in a build and not look stupid.
It does work pretty good with the amethyst actually.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And then we just got a bit of work to do with this bridge and stuff, but this area is coming along really nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back down the stairsway. And then
Nice. And rods.
end rods, yeah, for lighting. I might change that actually. But yeah, do you want to hop in? And the next one is the last one on this line, and then I've just started work on the next line, which is much bigger and goes around a lot more area.
The entire spawn.
Yeah, so the next one's the yellow line, and this is one of the yellow line stations, so there'll be a way here. Also, check this out. I thought this was pretty cool.
Oh yes, I was looking at that.
So this line is straight
Funky.
all the way to spawn because it just goes under the shopping road, but the yellow line is like a big circle. So that's gonna,
Okay.
that's going to be really difficult. There's nothing down there yet. And then the outside of this one is a bit more simple, but uses the same palette as the other two,
Ooh.
so that people always know where the
Little
metro
cute
is.
boy.
Yeah, I quite like this one. Now that the stations are finished, we can put the sponges back. I don't know where they are. I think they're up there. Oh, how do I get up there? Okay. Okay, here they are. 64 sponges. We can put them back in the shop. How do I get out of here now? There we go. Straight back into Phoenix's shop. Thanks, Phoenix. It's a great service. Sweet. What a great shop. Love it. So there we have it. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I have. I absolutely love doing this sort of stuff. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here and want to see more. And hit the like button. It really helps my channel out. It only takes a second. God, I'm so happy with this. We're going to build the other line and the other stations eventually, and yeah, love it. Love this project. Can't wait to have people start using this to get about when they die and lose their elytras and stuff. And obviously we're going to put maps up on all of these iron frames at each station once we started mapping the area. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Take care.